Welcome to the Vanilla to Vixen podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to episode 185 of Vanilla to Vixen. We're your hosts, Mr. and Mrs. N, and we're also sometimes known as
the Naughty Couple.
Hello, Mrs. N.
Hello, Mr. N.
We have got some amazing guests on the show. You probably already know from the cover. It's the Naughty Squirrels!
Hello!
Or even the Sexy Squirrels.
You do this every time. Every time.
It's they're naughty, but they're also very sexy.
He
thinks we're naughty.
They're both. You're naughty and then it looks sexy.
Every time.
We'll take it.
Now, before we get in too much into what you're doing, we'll come on to that in a minute. We've got Sir John's Joke Box.
Oh, great.
100 too rude jokes to read out on the podcast.
Of course.
One cannibal said to the other, "You know what I miss most about my wife? The smell of her cooking." And there'll be another one of those next week.
Oh, God.
As soon as you said cannibal, I was like, this is not going to
go.
go.
Is it going to go?
Yeah. This is seriously not going to go well.
Sir John, it's your fault.
It is. It is. Honestly. How you doing, guys?
We're good.
I can't believe it. So, this lovely pair have just turned up at our front door and we were just having a bit of a chat before we turned the mics on. 2 years.
2 whole years.
And do you know what really pisses me off? You look younger every time I see you.
Well, somebody definitely looks thinner.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just disappearing.
I know. So I've lost, nearly 8 stone in the last year and a bit.
It's just phenomenal.
Yes, thank you. So,
Barney, do you wake up in the morning and go, who the hell are you?
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I get less complaints about, like, are you taking up all the bed? Because I'm like half the size now.
Whoa. You still sleep in the middle of the night.
True.
There's just more space on the other side there.
Just get out and walk around the other side and get back in.
Yeah.
So was there a particular reason you wanted to go down the weight loss route?
My health. So obviously I've got fibromyalgia, which is a condition. There's a lot of pain in my joints and stuff. So I made the decision that actually, you know what, I need to look after myself a bit better, and losing some weight was probably the best thing for me.
Has it helped?
It really has, yeah. Good. So I'm feeling like a different woman.
I can concur.
Yeah, which is great. It's
We've been with you when you've had an attack, and it's horrible to watch.
Yeah, it's, you know what, I'm not in pain as much. Like some of the stuff is, I mean, it's always going to be there. It's never going to go away, but it's just managing it better, which is great.
Good.
But yeah, so it brings a whole other load of stuff. You lose weight, you have like loose skin. So I'm still getting used to my new body, which is a bit weird. I feel like, I don't know. It's like, you know, when you go to a club for the first time and you're like, oh, I can't take my clothes off because everyone will judge me.
Yeah.
I got over that, being bigger. I'm now back in that, which is weird.
Yeah.
So it's getting your head around it, and everything's a little bit different. And also, I am cold all the time. And previously, we'd go to a club and be like, oh, it's a bit warm in here, isn't it? Every single time now, I'm like wrapped in a robe going, can they turn the heating up?
Do you know, it's really funny. So we were at the club last week.
Yes.
And we had this beautiful lady there, a couple that come. She was amazing, actually. So their story was brilliant. She was this tiniest little thing. Plays rugby.
Wow.
She was. I think she told me she was a hooker, as in.
I think you misunderstood her story.
But she'd gone on kind of like a very similar journey, and she said the same thing. She says, "I am always cold."
Do you know what? This winter has been brutal. Like I'm going into work every day wearing like 5 layers and a hoodie, and it's.
But this is now, you now know how I feel when you used to drag me out to the smoking shelter. I'm there in my boxers, freezing my nads off. And you're there going, it's fine.
Man up, Barney, man up.
Absolutely.
Payback's a bitch. That's all I can say.
I completely get how you felt, and I apologise to you.
Thank you very much. You heard it here first, folks.
If you go past Purple Mamba and you see Vanessa in one of those emergency silver tinfoil blankets.
That would be me. I am seriously so cold all the time. So I don't know. I'm kind of praying for it to warm up soon so that I'm not as cold.
Well, we thought you were beautiful before, and you're just as beautiful now.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
But well done, you. I mean, that is
And
that is an achievement.
I think what you said as well, I think it's probably an inspiration to a lot of ladies that listen to this, because there's a lot of people, isn't there, who are taking the injections, and there's different ways now to approach
100%.
weight control and things. And so I'm sure you've resonated with a lot of ladies out there.
Yeah.
And guys, because guys are doing it as well.
Yeah.
And like you say, it's getting used to your body in a different form.
100%. I think in a club, I was more confident when I was bigger.
Really?
Yeah, it's so strange. And I think I'm still getting used to kind of how I look now.
Yeah.
Like there are days I'll walk past the mirror and go, oh my God, who are you? There are also days, which just shows how weird the human brain is, where I will stand in front of the mirror and still see me at a size 24.
Really?
Yeah. Which is so weird, because I'm like, I know I'm not. I'm wearing size 10, 12, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's almost like my brain doesn't believe what it sees in the mirror and goes, no, I'm going to show you this instead. It's incredibly weird. So
I mean, that can obviously, it's one of the things of body dysmorphia, isn't it? It
Yeah.
can be a dangerous thing.
absolutely.
So, yeah.
But I think getting out to clubs and actually getting in that supportive environment, you know, it's
Definitely.
most walks of life are judgy as fuck.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you go to a swingers club and it's not at all, regardless.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is weird. But it's also, I'm really gutted because I had a huge lingerie collection and now it all just falls off. Me,
No, that's a good thing.
it is, except for your bank account when you have to go shopping.
Yeah, I'm on first name terms with the girls behind the counter at Ann Summers.
You
now.
are, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's such a hard life, isn't it?
I've got no sympathy.
All those men that go, oh, we get dragged off to answer. It's like, yeah, right, mate.
First world problems.
Yeah.
So it's like you walk in though, it's actually weird. You see a lot of guys walking around, they're all very sheepish, and they're going like, what about this one? And on there and all that. And you go, so can I help you? We're good. We're sorted.
But we've already decided, like,
Yeah.
we've looked on the website, you know.
It's like when you got these young couples in there, and he's like, she's showing him something. He's going, oh yeah, and just put his hand across his face, all embarrassed, like,
He's like, they're showing me the kids.
They've got it in red.
Exactly. Brilliant.
That is him in Ann Summers, yeah.
I need Barney to come shopping with me then.
He's very
As long as
good.
you're paying, that's fine. I'll be your shopping assistant.
First name terms, mates rates, you'll probably get a discount.
Probably, actually, yeah.
It is interesting because I've always been quite honest about this. I've never been one for dress down, have I? Really? At the
No,
club?
because you're all or nothing. You're either fully dressed or totally nude.
Yeah. And I always had the towel as like a comfort blanket for me because of the fact that I was never felt that comfortable. But funnily enough, since owning V2V, I've discovered a new side to me, which is I'm definitely getting a little bit more adventurous. And at the club, it would be 2 weeks ago, we had our 1980s party, didn't we? And all the crew said, like, 10 o'clock, we're all dressing down. That's what we're going to do.
Lead the way, so to speak.
Yeah, kind of make everybody else feel comfortable and just say, look, you know, if you want to, there you go, and everything. And I was there in the little bra and knicker set, and which would just felt completely alien to me. But on the other hand, and I said this to you the other day, didn't I, Mr. Ennis, said that club makes me feel sexy.
Good.
So
that's brilliant.
This has been a whole new thing for me. I mean, we're going to talk about your event in a second.
Yeah.
The outfit I've bought for your event is... I've gone so rogue.
Wow.
So rogue.
I have never known Mrs. N like this. She came down, I was busy like tapping away at the computer, and I just went, say what?
Well, it's like that cartoon where it's just like the fox at the table, his jaw hits the table and the tongue rolls out. Brilliant.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so
Anyway. It takes out of Mrs. N's comfort zone.
Massive.
Holy moly.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on, but...
I say everyone's keeping their costumes under wraps. Nobody's giving out too much on the Discord chat and everything like that.
Well, know that we have always been huge fans of your Curvaceous Creatures events.
It is honestly one of the best parties.
Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely.
Ever.
So, you know, when you agreed to come and do one at V2V, we were just hyped.
And a huge thank you to Amanda at Purple Mamba.
Yes.
Yeah.
As well for being so supportive of the whole community.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is what the club should, I think,
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we're so lucky to be in such an industry where everyone just supports the community. It's amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely
definitely.
amazing.
Definitely.
So huge thank you, Amanda, for that.
Yes.
Well, we could not pass up the chance to come and support you guys.
Yeah.
And you know, it's kind of, I don't know about you, but it kind of feels, I'm really nervous about it.
I suppose I say we've been doing it at Purple Number for
3
years. Yeah. So it feels longer than that.
It might be longer than do you know what? I can't. It might be.
It's got to be more like 4.
Yeah.
You must have only been 12 when you started.
That sounds really wrong, Mr. N. You say really does.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on sharply. But, I mean, obviously Chris and Amanda were always so supportive of the events and everything like that, and we turn up and they were like, right, we've done this, and Amanda has been shopping and she's got all this stuff, and she says, I thought this would be really good for the events and stuff like that. And so it's, you know, like we've always said, Purple Mamba is always our home, but we're glad to come and support you guys.
Road trip.
It's something a bit different, but it does feel like first day at a new school.
Yeah. And I mean, hopefully we might have people that turn up that then might come and try the Purple Mamba.
Do you know what? It would be great if they did.
So it works for everyone.
Absolutely, it does.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like when you brought V2V to Purple Mamba and stuff like that, and you know, different people coming down that hadn't been to Purple Mamba before, and absolutely all about sharing the experiences and
sharing the love.
We actually did a tour this past weekend. And I spent most of the tour, instead of actually going mind the steps and all the health and safety, which I did do, but we spent most of the time saying, Purple Mamba's beautiful club. That was most of the tour. Yeah. You've got to go to Purple Mamba, it's a beautiful club.
It's one of the things, it's the first question we normally ask the newbies, have you been to any other clubs? Because it makes a difference.
Because I'm sure you guys, it's a different tour, isn't it, if you've got somebody that's been to CAMS and everywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then if obviously you know, you can usually tell because everyone's nails digging into their partner's arm or whatever, and you think, have you been to a club? No.
The community's amazing, absolutely amazing.
And I think as well, what people don't realize, we talked a little bit about this last week, is you can have highs and lows.
Yeah.
But the community's always there
100%.
in both. And probably when you go into it, we talked about this last week, as much as it's probably the only hobby where you go in for one thing, but you come out with another.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you get like this really close bond and friendship with friends that you make.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be totally unexpected.
Absolutely. I lost my dad August last year, and obviously the first event we came to was yours, and literally just everyone's so supportive, and it's like you're able to, you know, genuinely feel that person gives a crap about you, and
Yeah.
that's on there. But they,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
they generally
It's the honesty, isn't it? There is genuine
100%,
honesty.
and it's like, you know, they're not just saying it because, oh, I've heard that on there, so we're gonna. It's like, look, you know, how are you? And you can feel the sincerity in it.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody's been brilliant, and as I say. I mean, we've been pretty crap swingers, realistically.
We have.
Just recently, because we've
Join
done
the club.
nothing. Yeah. As I say, we've not done many events apart. We've done our own. We came to see you guys, obviously, on opening night, and as I say, that's really been about it. Last year we were like, right. We're not just going to do our event. We're going to go out. We're going to do event. We're going to go and see some different clubs and everything like that. And it just didn't happen.
Life happened.
Yeah, life happened.
Life
And
happened. Life got in the way.
So it's like, right. So, you know, this year we're going to try and do a bit more, try and see a bit more, and everything like that. So,
Here's a question for you: do you think swingers clubs, especially clubs like Purple Mamba, and we hope we're trying to sculpt V2V in a similar fashion, that they're almost transforming a little bit like gay clubs were in the 90s?
I would 100% agree.
it's a safe space.
Yeah.
Absolutely a safe space.
So originally in the gay clubs in the 80s, a lot of it was sexual attraction. A lot of people went to those clubs to meet people for relationships or for, you know...
no strings attached.
Liaisons.
Yeah.
But then it kind of developed into a really supportive community, and you found straight guys going just because they felt safe in these places. And swing, do you think there's a...
Do you know, it's 100% that. I think, like we talked about, the supportive nature of the hobby, the lifestyle, the community. But also, I feel safer going to V2V Club or Purple Mamba than I do going on a night out in the city centre. And it doesn't matter what I'm wearing. No one's going to go, oh, she's wearing a short skirt, she's up for it. Or there's none of that. Probably, I have to get the word in because obviously, you know, misogyny.
Yeah.
There's none of that, you know, oh, she's asking for it, she's dressed that way. Actually, everyone's on an equal level. Everyone's supporting each other. And you do get your twats. Everywhere has its twats. But those twats are dealt with very, very quickly, and you know, usually
it can be women to women.
100%, and
that give that negative.
Yeah, and you know what? You go into a club, and it is. I go into a club, and it is good for my confidence. I feel at home. Nobody's judging me for the fact that I might have, I don't know, chosen to wear a specific outfit or anything like that. It's just, hi, it's great to see you. You look really hot.
Yeah.
And in a swingers club, someone going, oh, you look really hot, is not a creepy kind of, I'm going to do something to you. It's just
true.
a compliment.
That's so true.
Yeah.
It's like we came to your, I think it was the night or the week before V2V, and we came up to your doctor's thing.
Yeah. It was the night after. We had we had a 70s night on the Friday, and then we had doctors and nurses on the Saturday, and obviously everyone did the double, or a lot of people did the double. And,
and I can't think of another place where I go for. I was like, Vanessa, I'm feeling poorly because she looks fucking hot. She looks hot, and it's like I wouldn't do that in another environment.
But you can flirt with people and it just be completely innocent. It can also lead on to something else, but I think that's the beauty of it. And, you know, I mean, everybody, it doesn't matter how straight-laced and vanilla you actually are in your regular life. Everybody likes a flirt. Everybody likes to be told that they look good, you know, and it can be completely innocent. And within a swingers club, it is. It's not, you know, it's a bit of naughty banter. It's not somebody being a creep and trying to hit on you when you're not interested.
Exactly.
And the most important thing about being in a swingers club, no thank you, is usually met with a, oh, okay, not a problem. You know, if some guy was coming on to me in a bar in, you know, the city centre, and I was to go, yeah, no thank you, 9 times out of 10 you'd be met with a load of abuse.
So
absolutely, it's a completely different, and it's a safer environment. That's how I feel about it.
And for people that have never been, you can have really close relationships, friendships with people, and it never, I think some outsiders sometimes have this view that everybody's shagging everyone and all this kind of, but you can have really close friendships with people, probably even people you fancy, but you've never actually done anything with them.
Yeah, definitely.
100%,
I mean, as I say, it's like when we came to opening night, and as I say, we didn't play at all that night, but we were chatting the whole night to everybody, because it was just like a lot of time, because we hadn't been seen or been to the club a lot.
And we were knackered. We'd not long got off a plane.
Well, that's true, yes. We had just come back from a adult cruise.
It was not adult.
No.
It was a normal cruise. There might have been adult behaviour.
I need to know all this.
Yeah, so I turned 40, the big 40.
No.
At the end of January. And I made the decision that no way was I turning a significant number in age in the UK in January when it's minging and rainy and cold and horrible. So we booked a Caribbean cruise, which was... Wow, obviously. Beautiful places to visit. We visited lots of different islands. The weather was...
Was it your first cruise?
First ever cruise.
Okay.
And so we booked this cruise. We ended up randomly being upgraded to like a suite, which was...
It wasn't random.
It wasn't. We did pay for it.
We paid for it, but...
I usually expect it when I pay for
But it was absolutely incredible. And then sort of in the months running up to the cruise, we kind of realised that swinging on cruises is a big thing.
Of course. Yeah. Well, so I've heard.
Yes. And so we kind of got involved in some Facebook groups.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Did you do the Fab thing? Like who's near?
We couldn't get on like Fab or Swing Hub. It was
Fab
really
and Swing
annoying.
Hub does not work in the Caribbean.
No. I mean, it might have been like the ship's Wi-Fi or whatever.
So, but a lot of the people on board were American. Americans and Canadians. They don't use Fab. They don't use
Fab,
a lot of...
They don't use Swing Hub.
What is it they use?
Facebook these days.
Mostly.
No.
Yeah.
We were shocked.
As I say, we managed to get nothing actually happened on the cruise per se, and we never saw a pineapple on a door.
No
pineapples on doors. Don't get me wrong, we didn't go around. You see these videos of these people walking up and down roads and everything looking for pineapples.
We had better things to do, like sitting in the sun with a cocktail.
But as I say, there were signs and bits and pieces out there and everything like that. So, but yeah, apparently Facebook is one thing they use a lot of.
Wow.
They have these private chat groups, private groups and everything like that. So you apply to be on there, and then you'll get asked some questions. Are you in the lifestyle? Blah 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 blah. And on there, so they had one purely for that cruise, and there was loads of people on there. And as I say, they did they tried to do a meet-up on the first night, but are you going to tell this story?
Somebody drank too much champagne. Right.
So without giving away the name of said cruise, but most people in the Discord know who we went with. But, so you could basically bid to upgrade yourself to like a VIP status.
Okay. We did.
Let's call it Rockstar.
Which is
that's
what it's actually
called. So you get like things like priority boarding, you get a like a private concierge, you get on there. So there's loads of perks too on there, but if we had paid for said room, it would have cost us like 10 grand.
10 grand.
Yes.
So it cost us nowhere near that.
Nowhere near.
Let's say like half of that with what we originally booked. So anyway, when you get to the terminal building and everything like that, we had a nice little seating area and everything like that. You were met by the staff and everything, and you get taken on the board. And it says, right, if you want to go up to deck 6 or whatever it was to this bar, you've got a champagne reception, and your agent, as they call them, will meet you.
They were incredibly generous with this champagne.
And they were like, literally, there you go, here's on there. Because I'm like, I don't drink bubbles.
He doesn't do anything. So I'll be sat there at home with like a glass of Prosecco over Saturday night or whatever, if we're not going out, and he's looking at it going, ugh.
I've never liked Prosecco on there.
Turns out he really likes Moet and Chandon. To the point that, and they were very generous. So literally, your glass looked
literally you put it down on the table.
That's it.
It's poured. It's
refilled.
And it's just like literally for the whole of that meeting while we're waiting for the guy to come and see us and speak to us, they just kept topping up to us. So like. I'd had like 6 glasses of champagne.
He had. Wow.
And then it finally comes and speaks to us. He goes through all what he can do for us, blah, 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 blah. So again, great service, great guy, actually, lovely guy.
He was.
So it's like, right, you then have to go and do your muster station thing. So that you go to the room, you have to watch a video, and then you have to basically go and check in. So you've got little wristbands on, and every time you go in and out, you blip in and everything like that. So they know you've attended the thing and everything.
Then there was a happy hour with more champagne.
So and we hadn't even, as I say,
we hadn't even left by then. We were still in dark.
So we'd been down to the galley and we'd had a bite to eat
some lunch,
and everything like that. We'd been and unpacked. We went then back up to happy hour, and then we're like, right, we need to go and eat some food. And anyway, so what we were talking about, this party, this sail away party and everything like that, all these swingers had basically agreed to meet up.
Yeah.
So we'd had dinner and said, right, let's go back to the room, we'll get changed. Literally, we lay on the bed, and next thing I remember, it's 2:00 in the morning. It was like, so we missed the entire party and everything like that. So anyway, so through the Facebook group, we've chatting and flirting with these people and everything like that, and got chatting to this Canadian couple, and we ended up having a social with them. They weren't quite our cup of tea, but it was great to basically just get an insight about how they did things. And they were talking about hotel takeovers, which obviously you guys are
huge thing over there.
They don't really have as many clubs as we do,
and it's to say, I think it's all behind closed doors type of thing over there. It's not so.
But the hotel takeover companies are huge.
They are.
It's like £2 million to hire to put on a party in. But he was saying
he says like you'll have so many floors and everything like that. He says, and all the doors will be open. He says, and basically there'll be like little tables outside with nibbles and bits and pieces out and on there. They're all the social areas for people to basically meet up and hang out. He says, and then you've got the next 2-3 floors and everything like that. There'll be where people will go up to play, and then the top floors and everything like that are all the private, where you basically go and that's where you sleep and everything. That's your private rooms and everything like that. So it was great to basically talk to these guys, and as I say, because they did have something on their door, because we passed by their cabin and everything like that. But it was a skull and crossbones.
It's like a specific. They run certain events.
And
I need to get a squirrel one made for the next. Spoiler: we liked it so much we booked another. I need to get a squirrel magnet made.
Well, that's because next year somebody else basically has a significant age birthday.
Yes.
It's so weird how different countries have almost like adapted to the lifestyle in different ways. And I actually tried ringing several hotels. I'm like, well, Hilton in America does it. I shall try it. Before we got the club, I'm like, I'm going to try this. Basically, the conversation ended with, hello? Hello? Once I got, oh yes, we're swingers. Hello?
I don't know. I think it's just almost been born out of necessity, because they don't have these like permanent venues. But it was so interesting talking to them.
But I wonder what made the American hotels go, yeah, we're cool with that.
I know.
But the British hotels, you're not fucking coming in.
I mean, come on, let's face it, like Travelodge, Premier Inn. Most people, you'll use it for a weekend away. There's a lot of shagging goes on in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know. But why would they have a problem? Surely they know that people shag in their hotels.
As I say, for someone to book an entire hotel out for a weekend, and the money you're going to make from that, why wouldn't you?
Every single room filled.
Exactly.
It's got to rest with like the hierarchy, the board kind of thing that have just gone, no, we're not accepting that. But obviously in America, we'll just take your money. Shag away. Hang your pineapples on our doors, we think.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got to be.
But it was just so interesting.
So you didn't see any pineapples on the door?
No, as I say, I mean, we didn't really go looking massively for it. It was a case of like, you got the Facebook group to chat to people and everything like that. So if you wanted to make a connection and everything like that, but I mean, we got chatting to a couple of Americans we met on boarding day, because they were also sort of in the VIP area, so we saw them every night and everything like that. And it's a case of like, suddenly it's like, do you want to come down to the dinner with us? And then suddenly your time's taken up with it, and you're enjoying your holiday and everything like that. And
that's a bit of a busman's holiday for you, because you host anyway.
Do you know, I mean, we should have taken our pineapples, so we joke about this, but just before I went on holiday from work, obviously the people I work with gave me birthday presents, because it was going to be my birthday while I was away. And my boss has cruised quite a bit, and he thought it would be funny to give me a packet of upside-down pineapple magnets. He has no clue. I hope he has no clue.
He knows.
Oh my God. And I think I got away with it because I was just kind of, mortified enough and shocked. Apparently I'm a good actress. But I'm kind of thinking we should have taken those with us.
Now she tells me.
You could have started the trend.
Yeah.
You could have started the trend.
I've heard some cruise companies are not happy with it and they take them down.
I think that's like Disney cruises, which...
Well, obviously.
Come on.
Dirty Disney.
That's definitely a
make a great
calling.
party.
Yeah, but seriously, it was amazing. And if anybody fancies doing a cruise, talk to us because we'll give you...
I'm really interested because it's something me and Mr. N talked about a lot. We both said we'd really quite fancy doing
Everybody
a
knows
cruise.
my love of boats.
Yeah.
It's historic.
It is.
I tried to mix boats and sex parties. That didn't work. It was a disaster.
I think one of the questions that I had more than anything, and I'm a bit like this with people that go on like swinging holidays.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking it's almost like, so you've got like a whole week or however long you go away and it's just expected that you're going to be shagging all week. And it's like, I'm not sure I'd want that pressure.
Yeah.
I
think because we did look at those, but I think the fact that it's not a vanilla cruise. There's no one under 18 allowed on board the ship.
Yeah.
I think if there'd been like armies of small children running around, I might have been a bit... But, if we wanted to make a connection and go meet with somebody and then go back to a room and play, we could. If we were more in the, I want to go and watch a band and have a drink and have a dance and eat some nice food, we could. It was a bit of a best of all worlds.
It was. I mean, this is the furthest I've ever sailed is was the Liverpool to Northern Ireland ferry, which is about 6 hours, and that's about as much I've spent on the water. So it was a bit. I was nervous to the point where my best mate cruises a lot. And was like, what would be a sensible time and everything like that. And we looked at it, so it was seven days.
7 days, yeah.
We only had one day where you're fully at sea, and you knew you were at sea. It's to say you were walking around like you were drunk. So I was like, let's get drunk.
And that made it completely not noticeable.
And it's to say so. And the rest of the time you were travelling through the night. So 9 times out of 10 you're either in bed or, as I say, like one night we were rocking out to a band and everything like that. So you jump up and land somewhere else, and but
it was quite funny.
It's not that noticeable. That's exaggeration.
I'm not kind of sure. I've never done a cruise. We've never done a cruise. We talked about it.
Yeah.
What's it like? The blackness at night. Is it just?
Yes, it is. But if you've got to imagine, you've got the boat, and they've got lights going all the way around the edge of the boat. So you're in the Caribbean waters. The sea is turquoise, and that you can see. You're looking over the balcony, and we were lucky enough. The suite we had was right at the back of the boat, so we're watching just obviously everything basically going off behind you. It's you're looking up at the night sky, yes, but a lot of the time you're following the coastline, so that is not that far away. So depending on which side of the ship you were on, you can still see.
It's quite reassuring, isn't it?
On there. Now, obviously, there's somewhere it's like these transatlantic cruises where you've got like 2 or 3 days at sea, and they're basically not there. I can imagine that you're looking out in the dead of night, and it would be pitch black. But
it wasn't. It wasn't as
it's
bad
not
as
bad as I expected it to be at all.
Good.
And they say, especially like as I say, I suppose because of where we were. I mean, I suppose if you were travelling out to the UK and basically going like around Europe and everything like that. The sea's not going to be as blue and everything like that as it is down here.
Grey.
Brown in certain areas.
You've been to Skegness.
So the fact, and the temperature and everything like that. I mean, as I say, it's like we were sat out on our balcony watching the sun go down into the sea and everything like that.
That sounds beautiful.
It's cocktail in hand. It's perfect. You couldn't have asked for anything else. But as I say, I think they do put those big lights on the bottom of the ship shining into the water. Yeah. And it is to say, it just didn't feel that black anymore.
No. Brilliant.
It didn't.
So
That sounds quite cool.
See, if we'd have done swinging parties on a boat, I could have put a couple of big spotlights on the boat.
it's a murky
Well,
trend.
the thing is, we now kind of keep seeing like Americans posting in these Facebook groups, because obviously we're still in them, about, we've got a lifestyle meet on this particular cruise. So you never know.
Do they have like Facebook profiles just for swinging?
Yes.
Or is it?
I think
Some of them
do and everything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like thinking like, Nana says have a lovely time. Oh, you've made some new friends.
They are like closed Facebook
They're
groups.
closed
I did
groups,
check that
so
before we joined.
It's, I mean, as I say, it's off the back of that. I mean, we, as I say, these closed groups and everything like that, we can be a lot more honest and open with.
Yes.
Basically. Yeah. So
Is this about you corrupting someone?
technically it's 2 now.
Oh my
okay.
goodness.
Yeah.
Spill the beans.
So I joined a Facebook group and everything like that. As I said, we haven't really been very active going out and everything like that. So, as I say, I just joined this banter Facebook group, and it was a closed group and everything like that. And my social media expertise to the left of me turned around. I was like, right, what can I say? What can't I say in this? And she went, let's have a look. No, it's a private group. It's a closed group. Yeah, go for it. so literally, it's a lot of games and memes and things like that. But one of the things is like, tell us a secret about yourself. And I was like, stuff it. I says, yeah, I'm a swinger. We based host parties and everything like that. I went, here we go. And literally, it wasn't nothing but questions. And it was all, how'd you get into it? What do you do? Then there was another guy who was like, I'm a swinger. Next thing on there, and a couple of people in there was like, we're swingers too.
And then there's
like
a few who start going, I'm interested in swinging.
Okay.
Some of them were like, I'm into kink, I'm into this, I'm into this. So again, it was around. There were some people which were like, no, not for me. No, dirty. No. I was like, do you know what goes on? Do you know what happens on this? Well, she was like, well, no. And so I was like, right. So this is it. You're in charge. You're a lady and everything like that. And she was like, oh, okay. And suddenly, then she was like She was like, I'm very sorry for her. It was just that stereotype.
Yeah.
And that.
Society tells you it's a bad thing before you even know anything about it.
100%.
So the first lady, I was chatting to this on there, and we were doing no private messages because there was a standard group, and then they had like a messenger group that basically people were basically sharing photos and stuff like that. And we're like, we don't do that. As I say, literally everything to us. You
want to do that? We've in enough Discord groups so we can do that. And
it was like, I'm not bothered by that. But if you want to talk to us about swinging, we'll set up a message group between the two of us, and you can ask whatever questions you want to do. So there's a couple of people basically branched out to us and were asking. So one lady was asking, I've been on here because things with my husband hasn't been great. I says, well, stop you now. I says, if you're basically doing it to fix your marriage, don't do it.
That ain't
I says, that's just on there. I says, don't do that.
Good advice.
But I says, if you want to spark it and you basically want to everything on that side of things is good. She was, yeah, that's fine. But his confidence isn't great. He's not very good at meeting people and blah, blah, blah. And I says, well, look, either get yourself on Fab, get yourself on Swing Hub. So anyway, they basically they've joined Swing Hub, and then basically apparently went to a couple of clubs and everything like that. She's then come off the group and everything like that. But as I say, she would message to say they've been to a club meeting and
they've had fun.
Okay.
They've had fun and loved it and everything like that. So that was the first one and everything like that. So I'll let you tell the story.
The next one, her first ever night at a swingers club is going to be our events at
Sweet.
V2V.
No way!
Yeah. Hi, Miss Tats. She's joined the Discord group.
I've seen her on there.
Yeah.
We got talking, and she fancies the arse off of you. I think you're getting lucky.
understand
Says
why.
I blame her.
But
Even dressed as a sexy woodland creature.
I mean, I don't think
she might
it's.
change her mind when she sees it.
I don't think it's going to be any secret to anyone as to which woodland creatures we will be coming as.
As I say.
But
As I say.
Miss Joan, would you like to tell the Sexy Squirrels what your idea for our outfits were?
No.
Is it what you said the other week on the podcast?
Yeah.
I wanted to come as a pair of giant nuts.
I mean, I could make a comment about
your
you
face-
being a giant nut.
Your face said it all. Your face said it all.
I mean, look, if anybody wants to come as a pair of giant nuts, we will 100% welcome you and accept you. But you might be a bit more comfortable in like ears and a tail.
I thought I was being very supportive to your theme. A pair of giant nuts for the squirrels.
That
Supportive nuts.
That's just your way of inviting Vanessa to come and nibble the nuts.
I mean, I will be like asking people if they fancy rummaging around in my nutsack, but that's because I now have a handbag that's shaped like an acorn.
Would you like just bury me somewhere and then forget where you put me?
I think I'm going to like fill it with sweets or something. I don't know yet.
It's as I say, I'm some of the tales that, as in the fairy tales, because I know you can get one that basically goes on a butt plug.
Yeah,
and
you
everything like
will.
that.
Honestly, when I've been Googling,
I know.
because obviously as being, Mr. and Mrs. Naughty, Vanilla to Vixen, we thought we've got to do the whole fox kind of thing. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
There's some interesting items
as
for
I say,
sale.
squirrel wise and everything like that.
Can you imagine how heavy that would be?
no.
It's have a neck brace.
It's just
No,
that is
just no.
not happening.
As I say,
I just look weird in my outfit that's come.
I'm sure you look lovely,
It's-
Mr. Ann.
Amazon lied to me.
as I say, it's like the underneath of our bed now is basically we've got we have an ottoman bed.
Oh my God.
And like that, and just underneath that is all costumes and things
It
that
is.
we have worn to events.
Yes.
So that has become our dressing up.
Yes.
I actually said the other day at the club, I think that we need to convert one of the either the office room
Yeah.
or the
It gets
DJ
that way, doesn't
area
it?
just to have a rail so everybody can put their
If we
dress-up
ever
clothes on
have
it.
tradesmen come round and open the box under the bed, they'll go, kinky fucker.
Well, they like to do it dressed as a fox. Oh my God.
Mine would be like Darth Vader mask, probably
Yeah.
like Wookiee gloves or something.
As I say, we've got Darth Vader and Obi-Wan on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we have.
We've got Squid Games.
Squid Games, which we did as Squirt Games.
Yeah, that was
Brilliant.
yeah.
Love that.
We've got
We've got,
everything.
When we did the Gangsters and Dolls at Purple Mambo, you guys looked phenomenal. I'm almost too good. It was like these guys are so professional.
we do enjoy dressing up. We do enjoy
it
things.
is starting to cost me a fortune in
I know.
jackets.
I know.
I'm giving Mr.
Jackets,
H.
yeah.
I'm giving Mr. H a
You
run
are-
for his money.
Hey.
Yeah,
But,
you do have a very nice new jacket for
I do.
our event.
I do.
Which,
I don't know where Mr. H gets his jackets from.
So some of them are amazing.
yeah.
You just see them and you just think that's so cool.
You see the jacket and you know it's him before you realise
Yeah,
it's him.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
He's like a lighthouse. You can see him
Yes.
coming from like halfway.
It's shimmering
With a little bit of
across.
sparkle.
Yeah,
in
like
there.
halfway down the Trent in Nottingham.
Yeah. He does have a good jacket game.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'd say you're giving him a run for your money now, Barney. It's like,
Well, he's trying. I'm
Yeah.
not sure he'll ever get to
As I
Mr.
say,
H levels.
Mr. H is up here. It's, as I say, it's definitely strokeable.
It is
It's
stroke.
just
I
nice.
love a strokeable jacket.
and everybody's in jacket, and I'm dressed as a fucking giant nut.
I mean,
I can't work out why I'm not getting a shag. I don't know what's going on here.
oh my God.
So tell people who don't know about Curvaceous Creatures.
Yes.
Tell them some stories about it. What's it all about?
So Curvaceous Creatures started because you get the BBW nights. I've always hated that kind of thing, that
Yeah.
kind of labelling.
Yeah.
So it started out as it's a night for people with curves or people who appreciate curves in a body positive environment, and we're very kind of, accepting of anyone and everyone who wants to come. Obviously, it doesn't matter what shape, size, anything you are, as long as you're a nice person.
Yeah.
Which is what we say all the time. But yeah, we've done some slightly insane theme nights. My particular favourite was so obviously we got it set up at Purple Mamba, and it was the 4th of May.
Yes.
So we kind of had to.
Yeah.
That was like legendary.
It was. And there were people who would never have been to what they deemed a curvy night before who came down, we had some of the most amazing costumed people there.
We did.
I was expecting it just to be like a room full of slave layers,
Yeah.
in the bikinis
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever. I was like, I'm not going in that outfit. I'm going to think outside the box. So I got a sexy Darth Vader outfit. Yeah, I was one of about 4.
Do you want to just pick your chin up off the floor?
Yeah.
You suddenly just went really, really
So that
like
bit of drool that's
Just
basically...
leave me alone, I'm quiet. I'm just having a little quiet moment.
Just let me think about this.
So Barney went as Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then I realised quite how much he looks like Ewan McGregor.
I was just...
too.
Yeah.
You
He
do.
I didn't
disagrees.
see it. I've never
He
seen
disagrees
it. Everyone's
massively.
going like, hello there.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
do.
Yeah.
But how is it that you, once you say it,
Yeah.
it's there now?
Yeah.
So I got the full. I paid because I looked at so many of the Ewan McGregor style ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was just like, but they were stupidly expensive or cheap tat.
Yes.
So we found one that was fairly decent.
Fairly decent and not... We didn't have to sell any kidneys
to get it.
to get it.
So
He turned up in that with a lightsaber.
with a lightsaber.
But that night was incredible.
It was one of our busiest nights we've
Yeah.
ever had because there was a guy that bought a signed photo
Yeah, so-
of.
I can't quite
I
remember.
can't remember who it was now. It was an original Star Wars piece of thing. It's just like,
Memorabilia.
it's all.
And donated it.
Donated
so
it. We did
we
some
were able to have like
games.
a costume competition.
Competition and whatever. And
It was fantastic.
So yeah.
It's
so-
amazing how the theme parties now have taken on, and people just absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must admit, when we first started, people says stay away from the
Stay
theme
away
parties.
from
We're
the
the same.
Exactly.
Says don't do theme parties
Yeah.
because you're going to cut your sort of attendance by
People
half.
won't like it.
Yeah.
People will stay away. Yeah.
We always say, if you want to come dressed up, great. If you'd rather not, also great.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't
It's
have to
never-
dress up.
yeah, it's
never
never
a
compulsory,
thing.
is it?
And
Yeah.
another one is if you not confident and whatever, you can bring something along like a mask or whatever.
Yeah.
Join it and just put it on if you feel comfortable. If you
Yeah.
you've got that option then, haven't you?
Absolutely. Although I have to say, if I've got anything on my head or any sort of mask, it'll stay on for a couple of photos, like before we get there, and then like we'll be there at the club for 30 seconds. I'm like, right, that's coming off.
Yeah.
It's the same with anything with gloves.
Yeah.
If it's on my face or my head or my hands, I'm like, no.
I think we did a party near Halloween or something. I did Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Remember the Hellraiser from
Yeah.
1980s? I put the
Hockey
mask on.
Pinhead.
Pinhead.
Yeah.
Then realised I got to greet people. I was like, oh shit, this was
Yeah.
a mistake.
There is that as well.
Yeah.
We did Day of the Dead.
We did a Day of the Dead one.
That's cool.
As I say, so that on there, that's again another good one.
It was.
I say the last one at Purple Member was we did the day before Valentine's, but it was a Friday. But again, people just dressed
Everyone
like
came
the
in red and-
either in red
Yeah.
or the lady in this lovely heart
Yeah.
dress and everything like that. She looked amazing. But as I say, there's a lot of effort and we're getting people basically asking us now because it's again when we started it was just like we were asked and was like we'll probably get asked to do it like once or twice and
Yeah.
like you say
And now we're how many years on?
4
and
years down the line and we're still going and
We're
it's
still
like,
going.
and it's like but it's now people are asking us and go can you do the guest list and stuff like that, and it's like, well, I can't do a guest list because of GDPR and this that, and the other, but so we were looking at basically starting up maybe a Telegram group or something or a Discord about like near, but it's like we haven't got the time to manage it, and it's like it's
I think that's one of the things that a lot of people don't realise is how much hard work goes into hosting.
And it's like the amount of times where it's like you start off in such good intentions. It's like, right, guest list, right, start writing it down, and then you'll be at work and people will message you and you respond and everything like that. And
the
then,
number of
as I
times,
say,
like 30 minutes before the taxi
you go,
arrives,
have
so
you-
like, let's get it written down.
and
Yeah.
the amount of time you walk into Purple Mum and you've got Gordon there going like, what's the guest list like tonight? And then like I've got fab names, I've got real names,
Yeah.
I've got
names.
swing-hood names and everything like that. So we split it down into
And it's like you say, it's got bigger and there's more online adult social
Yeah.
media. That's double the work.
Yeah, and we have our Instagram as well, which
Yeah.
we do get sort of people signing up to the event through that. So, yeah, it can be a bit bonkers at times, but it's so worth it.
Oh yeah.
It's
As I
so
say,
much fun, isn't it?
it's-
It doesn't matter how stressed we've been about the event. we get there on the night and we've got everybody in and people are, and then you'll see people and they're starting to dress down, they're having fun. The vibe's great, and we're just stood there like, this is why we do this.
Yeah.
I think we're almost at the birth of something during this time.
Yeah.
And which is when we started, if you think like 4 years ago with yourselves and things, there wasn't Swing Up. It didn't exist. No. And so you've adapted, you've like you said, you've gone from standard parties, where you stand at the door and just welcome people in.
Yeah.
To actually hosting the parties. And to go back to what you said, Vanessa, about it was all you had was BBW parties.
Yeah.
And then you came along and it was like, okay, the BBW parties, and I don't want to pick on, because there's clubs that still do it, and I don't want to pick on those, but it can be seen as objectification.
100%. I know of guys who will only go to BBW parties because that's their thing. Yeah. Our sort of curvaceous creatures, it's all larger ladies or larger gents, and actually in that sort of before we came along, there wasn't something for the larger gent. It was kind of all about the weight of the woman, which for me is never a good thing. I believe everyone is sexy. And I think I kind of said it on the first time we ever came on the podcast, that Dieter Von Teese has this saying, you could be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world and someone won't like peaches. But at the same time, everybody is a gorgeous piece of fruit, shall we say, because it's not all about the peaches, but everybody is stunning in their own way, regardless of size, shape, age, ethnicity. Everyone is gorgeous and everyone deserves to feel that. And I think that's the ethos behind Curvaceous Creatures. I did have a bit of a think when I sort of started losing significant amounts of weight about, is it still all right for me to be hosting an event that's called Curvaceous Creatures?
But I think what you said at the start of the podcast perfectly justifies that you can still have concerns about your body, worries about your body, no matter what shape your curves are.
And I think that the whole experience has kind of taught me that, because I would be, at the size I am now, be considered conventionally attractive or whatever in terms of shape, size and all of that, but I still have hang-ups, and I don't think there is a person, I'm not going to say just women, but I think that there is not a person on the planet who looks in the mirror and goes, I don't really like that about me, even if it's the tiniest little thing.
Well, it's the same for guys, as
I say, guys as well. Everybody will look in the mirror and go, I wish I had bigger muscles. I wish I had a smaller belly or bum. I wish my boobs were perkier. Everyone's going to do that. And Curvaceous Creatures is really just about accepting who you are and kind of...
It's body positive, isn't
it is.
And I think as well, obviously we've been using AI a lot to develop things for media, for the club and for events and things. And you tap into Gemini or whatever you want to use, ChatGPT, whatever, and you put, I want an average picture of, I guarantee it's like a tiny waist. And we thought like years ago with Photoshop, probably 20, 30 years ago, everything's Photoshopped, and the advertising agencies obviously always go towards the beautiful selves, of course, but it seems to be like getting worse. AI, everyone's totally blemish free.
100%. Like, no one has a wrinkle.
No.
Even if you manage to get AI to produce like a plus size person, they don't have like the wobbly bits or the cellulite or anything. They're just perfectly smooth. Do you know what? I think I like AI. I think it's got a lot to bring to, to the future, but it has to be done responsibly. And I don't think we've kind of got there yet. I think a lot of people who are using AI for, like in the mainstream media and whatever, they're going with these tiny itty bitty little waists with perfect, like smooth skin. And I think we kind of need to realise that there's nothing that is more beautiful than reality.
Yeah, I agree with that totally.
The key word being artificial.
Exactly.
And it is artificial. I think everybody needs to remind themselves of that.
Yeah, 100%.
There was a funny one that Mr. N did for our 80s event, didn't you? I just laugh every time I see the picture come up because it's supposed to be me and him.
I'll put the photo in and put us in an 80s environment. You know, we've not got time to blooming well dress up in things to have so I put us in an 80s outfit. I looked like an older Don Johnson. But Mrs. N looked like
I think it was Crystal from
Dynasty.
Yeah. I was like, where the hell did that come from? It was like, that is so not me. It was hilarious.
Your shoulder pads look like you played American football.
yeah, the six fingers might have had something.
Yeah.
You get these weird things that pop up now and again, don't they?
But I mean, you know, it's great for especially little cartoony things, but you know, like real people are better than AI people. Sorry.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Definitely.
So,
well, we are super excited about. Well, it's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So tomorrow night is the big one, and please come along. If you've got nothing to do, go to V2. That's the number 2 V2V.uk, and you can see tickets and membership all on the website. Everything's online. There's no queues. There's no nothing. We've obliterated all that, so you could just come along. And it's like Purple Mamba. They do all online booking.
They do. Yeah.
So we kind of took a leaf out of Amanda's book, bless her.
Yeah.
And we're just so excited.
We can't wait.
Sweet.
I mean, you know, if you see us at the beginning, we will probably be shaking like frightened woodland creatures because, like, seriously, it does feel like it's our first, like, doing our first event all over again.
Yeah.
But that's kind of, I kind of like
it's
that.
It's nice, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's kind of, so, I think, we're just so excited and really hope loads of people come because it's going to be epic.
The tunnel of light as you come in.
I know.
So the little woodland creatures are going to be at the end of the tunnel of light.
I will just say, because people that haven't been to the V2V Club, we are kind of in the town.
Mm-hmm.
And people might not feel comfortable dressing up and walking into the club.
Yeah, it's a good point, Mrs. N.
However, we have a really good sized dressing room.
Yes.
So please don't worry. Bring your outfits.
So you needn't walk down Nuneaton High Street
dressed as a giant nut.
Yes, or an ice cream cone. Whatever you fancy.
I still can't get over the mental image that I got when you said that.
I'm gutted. I wanted to do it. I've been forbidden.
Wow, I still can't get over it. But I
was thinking more Silver Fox actually for yourself.
Yeah. I was going to go down the Gary Kemp route. Was it Gary Kemp?
No,
Martin Kemp.
Yeah, the ridiculously handsome.
He's sickening. He just as he gets older, he's like, how can you get even better looking?
I mean, I always think that guys get better looking as they get older. Anyway.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you on that one.
He's like. Oh, you're laughing at me now, but
well, you talk about body positive earlier and everything like that. He's like, she constantly tells me and everything like that I look good and I like that.
Gorgeous.
But as I say, we literally have this argument most days and everything like that. And she'll go, I look terrible. I go, no, you don't. You look beautiful. You look sensational. Everything like that. No, I don't. And then she'll tell me, it's like don't tell a bloke that you look gorgeous.
You do look gorgeous.
You do. In fairness, I think I said exactly the same thing to you, didn't I? I think it was yesterday.
I think we can be in an environment where obviously we talk to people all the time and we talk about hookups and meets and things, and I think it's something that I'm just kind of learning, that a lot of couples perhaps, and the reality is, like we've said, you don't hook up and have this like amazing orgy at every party, and it probably only happens once every 3 visits, 4 visits, 5 visits, or whatever. And I think I'm just kind of learning, and I've spoken to a couple of couples where it's like, nobody ever kind of goes with us because they've got this image in their minds that everybody hooks up.
Yeah,
and it's not like that at all.
No, it's not.
No, absolutely.
I mean, you know. You can have a night where you're going, I'm just going to have a social one, and you'll go along and you'll click with somebody and end up having, the
last days of Rome.
Exactly.
That was a totally different party.
That was a totally different party. But then, to be honest, you can go along going, I feel really, really hot. And it turns into a social one. And there's nothing wrong with either of those.
Yeah, exactly.
And the no expectations is always the best way.
That's kind of what we have always gone with. No expectations.
It's never a race. It's never a race. It's like, just as long as you're enjoying yourselves. And trust me, other couples aren't having a better time always than you. They're probably feeling exactly the same.
Yeah, totally.
And that's, it's just a couple of couples that I've spoken to, and I'm like, that's an interesting perspective. But
I suppose you're seeing that now a lot more than what you have been, because you've seen that on over the space of a weekend, every weekend, and everything like that. So
I think when we've spoken about this, we're having more time to talk to couples.
Yeah,
that's great,
which is awesome.
Yeah, and it's nice because we can kind of relay it on the podcast about those fears and insecurities and stuff that
everyone's got them. It's I mean,
every time we go, it's literally, I'll be fine. I'm the one keeping everything together up to the point of us getting in the taxi to go, and then I'll get there and that's it, my nerves are gone, because again, no one want to play with us, no one wants to play with me, everything like that, and they should go, everyone wants to play with you. No, they don't. And it's like, you've got that hang up, whereas you're the other way round, you're a complete mess.
I'm a complete wreck until we get there,
and then we walk through the door and it's just like, I'm here.
Not quite. I've never actually stood there and gone, I'm here, but it's, I don't know, it kind of, being in that environment fires up the confidence that I've got. And when you can walk into a club and kind of walk in there wearing an outfit that makes you look hotter than hell, but you wouldn't be comfortable wearing it, to go out into the city centre or whatever. And there's something about that where your confidence just hits that high, and everyone's telling you look amazing, and it is amazing thanks to people like Chris and Amanda when to the Open Purple Mamba, creating that playground, because it is, isn't it? It's a playground for adults to go and just live out their fantasies.
Absolutely.
100%.
I have a question, Vanessa.
Go on.
As we're just talking about, nobody want to play with me. Do you find with Barney that he just does not see the signals?
Oh, 100%.
Because Mr. N is shocking.
Yeah, it's seriously, like, there can be women literally hanging on him all night, and he's like, nah, they don't want to play with me.
Barney, to me, they're just friendly. They're just
they're just being really kind and nice.
I don't get, mind you, I also miss the signals.
Yeah.
And to that point, Mr. N, I think they're just being nice. So I think it's...
That's what I say, we're shit swinging.
We are. Seriously, we could have people
just come and tell us and go.
And then do you tell each other at the end of that, they were all over you, go, really?
Yeah.
Oh, bugger.
So if anyone's listening and you want to play with us, just literally come up to us and go, you guys are gorgeous, we fancy the arse off you. Can we play with you?
Yeah. Prime example, last Saturday night, we were at V2V Club, and Mr. N was wearing black shirt, black trousers. You look very sexy.
Suave.
Very suave. At least 3 or 4 of the ladies were like, whoa, you look hot. No reaction whatsoever from you.
Thing is, don't you find it's like, as a bloke, receiving a compliment is so hard.
That's so true.
And it's just like, because I compliment you all the time. You compliment me back. And what do I normally say?
Oh, God, wait, you're wrong. You're weird.
It's the same.
Apparently I'm weird.
You're weird.
Yeah. Why would you say that?
Do you think it's like the peacock thing? Is it the male peacock or the female peacock?
It's the male one who has the big tail.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's kind of opposite, whereas...
Yeah, she's quite dowdy.
Yeah. But it's kind of the opposite to that, where in traditional society, it's the women that kind of dress up, they wear the makeup and the glitter, and they dress up for the males. And so the males, we kind of just like suit and trousers at the best of things. And so do you think there's a bit of kind of like in society we're trained to...
I think it is.
Yeah, but also, look at Mr. H.
Yeah.
He walks in, glittery jacket, shiny shoes, and... everyone's like all over him.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Maybe
got his beautiful smile.
He does.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys need to take a leaf out of his book.
I think so too.
I think sometimes though, because we'll go in the costume and you'll go, right, I've got you this costume, and I'll put it on and go, I look on. I hate it. I don't like it. And you're like, you look amazing. I'm going, I don't. And it's like, somebody's birthday party. It was like, we've got to do a couple's costume.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she wanted to do an 80s theme.
Yes.
So what did we go dressed as?
We went as Chitara and Lena from Thundercats.
Thundercats! Cool.
And he looked amazing.
I've seen the photos.
Yes.
As I say,
he looked amazing.
That's only
right?
because I had the muscles.
Friggin'
Because I put the suit on. Actually, the first time I put it on naked.
You did. You did.
Yeah,
I have a photo of it.
So I ended up having to go out and buy a muscle suit, and then you bought me some leggings.
Yes, because there was I'm sorry, there was no way you were going to a party like around all of my family with the possibility that you were going to drop a bollock out in front of my like aging
the thing is, I think the thing that made me feel more conscious, it was the fact it was in vanilla society.
Yes.
Yeah.
If that had been if that had been at a club,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have felt as nervous.
No, because you know for a fact that people are not going to judge you for whatever
Yeah.
you're wearing.
I completely agree because obviously what I was wearing was like it was skin tight catsuit type
And
situation.
as I say, I've got no issue dressing up to go to a club and stuff like that. I mean, some of the stuff you've had me wearing has been what the hell. But as I say, it was a case of like, you know, we did 80s costumes. I was going like we could go as Tom Cruise from Top Gun and what's her face, Kelly. Yeah, and or we could do Officer and a Gentleman. We could do something else. We could do a couple. And I was like, she was like, but I want to do Thundercats. Went, it's brother and sister.
I know. I mean, at some point, my costume, maybe not yours, because you had strong feelings about it, but mine is going to come out for some swinging situation.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, that's because half the people. Well, we were telling Roger and the cabin girl about it at your opening party, and he was like, "You need to send me photos."
So you did.
So I did.
Yeah.
I love some of their photos. I love some of their outfits.
Yeah.
I love some.
I've seen the cabin girl's outfit for tomorrow.
Oh, is it good?
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it and I just went, that is so you, and you are going to look friggin' awesome in that.
Brilliant.
So, there's
I'm-
going to be some good ones.
I mean, I'm really excited to see what everyone's wearing because, I mean, what I'm wearing is a bit bonkers.
Yeah. I've toned mine down because, as I say, because you've gone grey squirrel.
I've gone grey squirrel.
I've gone red squirrel.
Because I no longer have the red hair.
I don't know.
So
I
was like, but yeah, trying to find a red squirrel costume.
For a bloke.
Amazon
could've-
let down.
I could've-
Absolutely, I know.
I could have found him a bikini.
Yeah. I've seen them.
Yeah. But there's no sort of male equivalent. So we've kind of
Well,
gone
it's
a
the
bit
same.
more gentlemanly and dapper for
So I usually arrive at the party and I'm standing there going, you've come in as a sexy one. I'm dressed like an ice cream cone. You've done the sexy thing.
I've not quite worked out about dress down yet, though.
No,
So-
me neither.
although
You do have boxes with
I do
squirrels
have
on them.
squirrel boxes. That's quite true.
I'm not yet 100% there on what I'm going to wear. There's going to have to be some trying on and some decision.
Damn.
Yeah, there's going to have to be a fashion show.
Such a hard life.
It's before we went on holiday, because it's the first holiday and God knows how long that I felt confident enough to wear a bikini.
Yeah.
So I bought like 8 of the things, trying them on, and he's just sat on the bed with a hard on. I'm like, okay, this
Take it
one's
off
going
now.
with
Take it
this.
off.
then.
Take it off.
That's all you needed to say. You don't need to say any more.
Brilliant.
It's going to be so good. I'm so excited. And at the same time, extremely nervous. So if anyone's listening who has yet to buy their tickets,
Yes.
make sure you do.
It is going to be an event.
It is.
Really an
It
event.
is. We are super, super excited.
And just thank you guys for all your contributions to the community, because you've made us feel so welcome.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Purple Mamba
Yeah,
when we've
bless
come.
Back at you.
Yeah.
And just all your contributions, and we know how much hard work it is, and you know how much it overtakes your life sometimes.
Yeah. It can do.
And it just means the world to us. So thank you so much for supporting. And I say thank you to Amanda and all the team at Purple Mamba.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sharing and caring. And right back at you. We will support Amanda as much as we can. It's great.
Definitely. I mean, if people can't make the event this week. We do have others, so we tend to do them.
What have you got coming up?
So we've got an Ahoy Sailor event.
Oh, yes. Go on, tell them how that came about.
We're on the cruise and they're making these announcements about making sure you've been and done your bits that you need to do and whatever.
There's
a very sexy lady, a very sexy lady voice who would come on and go, "Ahoy, sailor." And instantly I went, we're doing a night. We're doing a night. So we've got that. We've also got a white hot party coming up.
Cool.
Which we decided would be a good summer theme.
Nice.
Excellent. Tickets for this can be found on Purple Mamba's website.
They can indeed.
Google Purple Mamba, you'll come straight up.
Yeah.
Excellent. You get on the guest list, you need to get on the guest list.
You do.
How do they contact you?
Oh gosh, lots of different ways. So we are Sexy Squirrels on both Fab and Swing Hub.
Yeah.
We are Sexy Squirrels on Instagram, if you feel like doing it that way. And we're also in the V2V Discord as well. So it's Vanessa, which is me, and Barney Stinson over here.
When his name's not being changed.
When his name's,
I
mean, you know, what were you, Mr. Glittercock from about 6
months? Absolutely.
Damn you, saucy.
I liked that one.
I mean, did you see the photo that went with it? It was the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saucy and Busty had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
So,
Why does that not surprise me?
yeah, and it was in a mostly vanilla situation as well. So we were at a mutual friend's wedding and they had a glitter bar. Mm-hmm. So of
Don't
course,
get me wrong, there was a lot of swingers.
there was a lot of swingers at that wedding, yes. But glitter bar, so of course all the girls got their boobs glittered and the boys had their faces glittered.
We
And
had a lot more glitter on our faces by the end of the night.
you did. So obviously we were staying in the same hotel as Saucy and Busty, and you know, you have a few drinks, you go back to the room, and one thing led to another. We woke up the next morning.
I want to point out now, and I will basically back Saucy on this. This was nothing to do with me and Saucy.
It was
all
me and
Busty's
Busty. It was.
She's the quieter one.
Yeah.
She's
You've got to
naughty.
watch the quiet ones.
Butter wouldn't melt.
twinkling
We know what she's
Yeah.
like.
Naughty
As I
Busty.
say, I've got the photo to prove
Yeah,
it.
you do. But yeah, we woke up the next morning and literally it looked like a glitter bomb had gone off in our room.
I say, I feel very sorry for the
Oh
people
my God.
who were cleaning that room.
And then he basically, feeling a bit frisky, walks round to like our side of my side of the bed, presents his hard cock, and I went, "That's going nowhere near me. Go and wash it. It's going Mr. Glittercock, ladies and gentlemen."
Thank you. Yeah, the showers were that rubbish and everything like that. It was like, I think everyone must have been having a shower at the same time. But it was just like, I'm trying to wash this glitter off. And like,
And
literally,
it just doesn't.
No, I think
you were finding it, weren't you? For like
We
weeks
were. It was in
after.
the car.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
It's been absolutely gorgeous spending time with you again.
You
I think
too.
the Amazon man's at the door.
I think it might be. Apologies for the dogs barking.
So we'll go and answer that.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming along.
Thank you
and
for having us.
Sharing, and don't leave it 2 years.
No, definitely not.
absolutely
Definitely
not.
not.
Back on the podcast.
Yeah.
Definitely.
100%.
See you soon.
Take
Take care. Bye.